Even though it breaks my heart to say this as a Nigerian, we have somehow produced some of the biggest Yahoo boys in history. An example is Hushpuppi. Raymond Abbas, popularly known by many as Hushpuppi, is the biggest Yahoo boy in the history of Yahoo Yahoo. In the next 10 to 20 years to come, I seriously doubt if anybody would be able to replicate what Hushpuppi actually did. All the upcoming Yahoo boys in Nigeria today look up to him like he is some sort of god or mentor. Their reason is actually quite valid because Hushpuppi was living the life that most celebrities could only dream of.
Hushpuppi is the #1 Yahoo boy in Nigeria. He's a role model to every Yahoo boy in Nigeria.
Now, I have seen a lot of people try to describe Hushpuppi as a smart guy, but if indeed he was actually smart like you all say he is, why then did he end up being caught? The truth is, Hushpuppi succeeded in the Yahoo industry because of his own inbuilt talent of scamming people. A lot of people are born with impressive talents. Some can sing, some can dance, and some can do other impressive stuff. I believe, or my opinion is that Hushpuppi's talent is scamming people. Hushpuppi was born into a poor background in Lagos, Nigeria. His dad was a taxi driver while his mom was a petty trader. Coming from a poor background, Hushpuppi saw how the rich and wealthy were being treated and respected in the community. The most glorified people in the world today are the rich and wealthy, and it doesn't matter whether they do good or bad, people would always sing their praises because of the money that they have. Hushpuppi saw this and was like, I also want to be like these guys when I grow up. This eventually drove him into crime, and that was how he started doing Yahoo Yahoo. His own style of Yahoo was entirely different from what other Yahoo boys were doing. Hushpuppi does not waste his time scamming individuals. His main targets were multi-million-dollar companies. It was actually very lucrative, and within a short period of time, Hushpuppi started making money. I'm not talking about $50 or $100. Hushpuppi was actually pulling in millions of dollars, and if we try to convert this figure to naira, Hushpuppi was actually a billionaire. But despite all this money that he was making, Hushpuppi still wanted to expand. So in 2014, he relocated from Nigeria to Malaysia. Now in Malaysia, there was nothing like the EFCC to bother him. The law enforcement agencies over there were also not putting too much heat on scammers. This was like the perfect environment for Hushpuppi to expand. He created a gang of scammers employing different people to handle different aspects of his organization. Some were responsible for hacking, some were responsible for moving the money, while some identified their potential next target. Hushpuppi was now a boss. He was living large and enjoying all the good things in life. He now had the money, but what he wasn't lacking was the acknowledgement from people, and this was because nobody actually knew who he was. Now to fix that, Hushpuppi decided to come on social media to show off his wealth. The smartest thing he should have done was to keep a low profile away from social media, but Hushpuppi was doing the exact opposite. This was why I earlier said that Hushpuppi was never a smart guy. He was now on Instagram flaunting his ill-gotten wealth. His pictures and videos were filled with nothing but luxury. Hushpuppi only wore the most expensive clothing brands in the world, like Gucci, Fendi, and Versace. He owns a collection of luxury cars, and to top everything off, he actually bought himself a private jet. Everything about his lifestyle was screaming millions, and when a random person asks him how he makes his money, he will either tell you that he is into the real estate business, or he will come up with another story. Hushpuppi quickly blew up on Instagram. His followers skyrocketed overnight. He was now hanging out with some of the biggest celebrities in Nigeria, and whenever he is spotted in public, public, people would be eager to take pictures and videos with him. And before we knew what was going on, Hushpuppi automatically became a celebrity. Now, while Hushpuppi continued to flaunt his wealth online, he unintentionally caught the attention of the FBI. The only question running through their mind was, what was this guy doing that was fetching him a lot of money? They immediately began investigating, and in no time, they soon realized that Hushpuppi was not an influencer or a real estate developer. He was actually a scammer, fraudster, and a money launderer. They began building a case against him, and because of his presence on social media, it was more easier for them to gather all the evidences that they need. The FBI began crippling him down by going after members of his organization. Now, while all of this was going on, we all expected Hushpuppi to lay low for a bit, but surprisingly, it was business as usual for him. He kept on posting and flaunting his exotic lifestyle on Instagram. Now, on the 8th of June 2020, while Hushpuppi was enjoying a good night's sleep in one of his expensive houses in Dubai, a SWAT team of the Dubai Police Department broke into his home and arrested him. 47 phones, 21 laptops, $40 million and luxury cars worth $7 million were all recovered from him. Hushpuppi was charged to court, and after pleading guilty to all the charges, he was sentenced to 11 years behind bars. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed watching this, please subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos like these.